Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Village. If you are a guest, we're so happy y'all are here tonight. We're so excited. The residents that are performing have worked so hard on this. And I also want to go ahead and give all my thank yous at the beginning. So thank you to our IT department, security and maintenance, helped a lot with the setup and sound and lighting. I want to thank our resident volunteers, John Sharp and Curtis Ringgold, for all of their help. So we're so excited. I want to go ahead and tell you that this is a full-length performance. So it's roughly about an hour and a half, and there will be a 10-minute intermission. So I'll let you know when we get to the intermission, and I'll flick the lights when it's time to start again on Act 2. I also want you to know that so the setting is the Palace Theater. So the actors and actresses will have their scripts, and that's part of the show. And they are actually rehearsing for a murder mystery, and then a murder mystery happens. So it's kind of a murder mystery within a murder mystery. So I hope you can try to sit back and figure out who the murderer is. And other than that, I hope you enjoy the show.
Sure, I'll tell you what I know. I'm the janitor. I take care of this place. I keep it clean. That's my job. Now, I'm here tonight to do special cleaning. I don't work nights. I work in the daytime. I was in here today, but I left early because I was going to be coming back in to do this special cleaning. Well, I left, I guess, about 4:30. And when I left, I went out the back door and I locked it. Well, I came back in later, and I came in after that Dana lady. She's the director's assistant, the director's helper. And she was up on the stage. She was up here. She was moving chairs around, talking to herself. And I went straight on backstage, and I was doing my cleaning. You saw me doing my cleaning. And it was going along really well. I could hear her, and suddenly she got real loud and got sound real agitated, you know, as if something ain't right. And I didn't know then what it was. I thought maybe it was acting. But I found out later that what she was agitated about was she found a dead body.
I can't believe these people can treat me like this. It's like they can't think for themselves. Dana, do this. Dana, do that. Dana, get me a Coke. Dana, did I leave my car lights on? Dana, clean up on aisle 4. Oh, good. The lights are on. Just throw chairs everywhere. Who cares? If they think I'll do whatever they want, they've got another thing coming. I'm the assistant director, not the janitor. I'll show them. I just won't pick up the chairs. Oh, I did it without even thinking. Wait, the dead body doesn't show up until the second act. I thought I was the only one here. changed the shoes on the dummy? These look just like Dexter's shoes. It's Dexter. Dexter? Oh, stop. You really had me going there. That's a good one, Dexter. Stop clowning around, Dexter. Dexter? I didn't see him. I don't know anything about this.
Hey, I don't much care for this character that I'm playing.
Something amiss, Luther? I mean, the character seems tailor-made for you.
Well, this guy's so dumb.
Luther, be thankful Dexter's letting you speak this time. Remember your Christmas show? You played a bale of hay?
It was a haystack.
I stand corrected. We're blocking the final scene tonight, aren't we? Has anybody seen it? That's Dana's job if she ever gets around to it. Dana, are we finally finding out tonight who the murderer really is?
Well, if anybody would know it, it would be you.
Why do you say that to me?
Oh, Gordon, you're just itching for a fight tonight, aren't you?
Just made a comment.
No, you made a snide remark.
Where'd you get that phrase?
Well, don't you think I have brains enough to broaden my vocabulary?
Looks broad enough to me right now.
Dana, are we or are we not getting the final script tonight?
Okay, I was the first one here, so I found Dexter. If someone else had come in first, they would have found him. Just so happens I came in first. The janitor, he came in after me. Dexter, oh, he never comes in first. He likes to make a grand entrance. I can only think he must have come in earlier to meet someone here. Like maybe a pickup rehearsal for one of the actors. I know he was having trouble with, I probably shouldn't say this, but he said he needed to have words with Timothy.
Why is the corpse out here tonight? I thought we got rid of it in Act 1.
That's not the corpse. I mean, that's not the phony corpse, like the dummy. It's,
Come on, dear, what is it?
I can't say it.
What do you mean that's not the phony corpse?
Dexter! Dexter! Come out, wherever you are!
Why don't you just drag him upstage and
Time up!
No,
Don't
stop
start
it,
that
scare
and make
me.
him listen to me!
Come on, Lois, what's to be afraid of?
Why do you always talk down to me, Glenda?
What? I don't talk down to you. In fact, I envy you. Yes, it must be wonderful to have the guts to dress out like that in public.
Hold on, everyone. What did she mean? It's not the phony corpse. Is it the dummy or not?
In answer to your question, Gordon, it's not the dummy. This is the dummy.
But if that's the dummy, then what's that?
The understudy?
Oh no, I think Dana means don't believe it. It's him. It's Dexter.
Is that Dexter?
It's Dexter.
Will somebody help her?
She fainted.
One of her best things. She faints at everything. Weddings, funerals, car trips.
I'll try to tell y'all what I know. You see, we all arrived here tonight, the actors, that is. Well, Dana was already here. And, well, there was a lot of old brouhaha about Dana, about how she looked. Well, you know, I thought she looked the same to me, except, well, you know, she was a little fidgety, kind of guilty like. Oh, and there's something else I gotta tell y'all. Y'all probably find out anyway, and that is that Gordon, my husband, well, the thing is, he loaned Dexter some money, and Dexter wasn't paying him back. And it was $8,000. So I came here this afternoon to try to talk to Dexter, but I couldn't get in. Oh, that was about maybe 4 or later.
He's really dead?
But I just talked to him this afternoon.
Are you certain, Gordon?
I'm not sure of anything. You look.
Now what are you doing?
Checking to see if I can find a pulse.
No, I still don't believe it. No, you're all in on it with him. This is one great big joke on me.
Dexter can't be dead. He just can't be. Dexter is such a sweet man. Oh, there were times that he could be demanding and stubborn and childish. He could even be vengeful and spiteful and cruel, but who would want to kill someone like that? Not sweet Dexter. But, oh, he was never that way with me. We had an understanding. It was, yes, it was an understanding, and don't let any of these jealous actresses tell you any different. It was a trusting understanding, and that's the reason I felt so comfortable loaning him all that money. Oops, did I mention I loaned him money? Forget that.
When I got here, I started cleaning up, picking up chairs and stuff. The lights were already on, so I didn't, wait a minute. The lights were already on.
Oh, this is getting to be too much. Just too much.
Ooh, I'm sick.
Dexter?
I'm suspicious.
I'm hungry. I miss supper. Oh, geez. I don't know what I can tell you that they can't. We all got here together, you know, at the same time, that is.
They've vouched for that. They have vouched for that, haven't they? As for Dexter, Alan, he didn't think much of me. Thinks I'm dumb. But I don't hold that against him. I certainly wouldn't kill him for it. Hey, if I started killing for it, everybody that thinks I'm dumb, it would be like what they call a massacre. No, I like Dexter. That's why I loaned him 3,000. Oh, did I mention that? You're writing all this down, aren't you? It's going on my permanent record. It's one of those things. Oh.
Shouldn't one of us call the cops?
Excellent idea.
Right.
Of course, you know what will happen next, assuming Dexter really is there.
What?
Well, if we've learned anything from the murder mysteries we've all done, the police will look on the person who phoned it in as their prime suspect.
Hello? Yes, my name is Luther Wallace. I'm at the Palace Theatre, corner of Kaufman and Hart. That's right. I'd like to order a medium all-meat pizza.
Oh, for crying out loud!
What? That's right. 30 minutes? Great.
Wait a minute. With all this going on, you're ordering a pizza? And an all-meat pizza at that?
I know all that meat ain't good for you.
Oh, what happened?
Nothing, dear. Nothing new for you, anyway.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I did it again. But maybe I'm coming down with something.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. It might be catching. Oh, golly.
Oh, for heaven's sake, Lois, you got that line from Scrooge.
Yes, but it's sincere. I'm not a well person.
Wait a moment. What is this? Wow, champagne. And it's open.
How long has that been sitting out?
I don't know, but it still smells fresh.
You can smell champagne and tell if it's fresh.
Not really. Maybe we should ask Timothy.
That's not funny, Gordon.
Aren't you worried about drinking that stuff?
Why should I be?
Well, maybe it's poison.
Man.
Sorry, Luther.
This shirt costs $6 and I'm not sure I'm in to get it wet.
The prodigal returns.
What?
When I came in, the lights were already on. The lights were on.
Okay. But who turned them on?
Am I missing something here?
I think it would be
Not
obvious.
anymore. For the
Dexter
rest
must
of
have
us.
turned them on.
But when I came in, I had to unlock the back door. The only way you can open it and close it is with a key. The only way is with a key.
Still not following you, dear.
So how is it possible? Only 2 people have keys to this building, me and Dexter. And Dexter is, well, you know what Dexter is.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You want to let the rest of us in on it?
She's saying, if I understand her correctly, that whomever murdered Dexter,
Oh, don't say that.
whoever it was, how did they get out?
Wait a minute. What about the other doors? Some of those lock when you pull them closed.
Yes, that's why I had to run out and check on them. They all have burglar marks on them. So the only way to get out of this building is to leave through that door. He
Why?
had to leave through that door. He had to.
Why do you use the pronoun he?
Hey, I just thought of something.
What?
I should have told the pizza guy to come to the back door.
Whoa, wait a minute. Dana, surely other people have keys to this theater?
Only the owner of the theater,
Well, yeah, but it's owned by some company, isn't it?
Franklin P. Kaufman and Company.
Well, the company must have several keys.
Some company. Franklin and his 4 cats. And he's overseas now anyway.
Then we need to check to see if Dexter still has his key.
I do not frisk people, living or dead. Not since the 70s, anyway.
Right, Cal. Put a mirror to his lips.
I know what you're thinking. I look familiar, right? I'm Glenda Howard, the Glenda Howard, the actress. Why, I've been acting all over these states for 25 years. Oh, yes, Dexter Allen, he was our director. Some of the others knew him on a much more personal basis, if you get what I mean. Lois, for one, I have no motive to murder him, even if I did. Would I tell you? No, wait, don't write that.
Hey, do any of us know how to check a pulse? I mean, are any of us doctors?
Like how?
Well, there are other ways to check.
Like how?
Well, put a mirror to his lips. Hey, Kayleen, you have a mirror, don't you?
Sure wait, how'd you know I carried a hand mirror?
It was one of those given things.
Hey, I don't have to take that from you.
Oh, good heavens, Kayleen, you burn the toast every morning because you're staring at your reflection in the toaster.
Odd, Ava, that you keep fainting at such opportune moments, and you would be the one who wouldn't want us to find out about Dexter's key.
And just what do you mean by that?
Nothing, Gordon, old man. Just thinking out loud.
Well, think about somebody else, Tim, old man. This is my wife you're talking
Hey, do
about.
we want to do the mirror thing or not?
Why not let the police handle that?
And suppose they get here and then they find out that he's not really dead? Well, then we'd be guilty of turning in a false alarm.
No, just call the cops, yeah?
I did.
What?
When I was out checking the doors.
I understand something.
Do you realize, Dana, that makes you not the number one suspect?
What?
You really are interested in all this, aren't you, Ava?
Hey, Pally, I don't want to have to tell you again.
But what if Dexter really isn't dead?
Why would they suspect me? Would I call it in if I had done it?
You would if you wanted to look innocent.
So, what if we call the cops and they get here and he isn't dead? So what?
Let's just think this out now, shall we? We're a theater group.
Yeah,
We're doing a murder mystery,
yeah,
and we turn in an actual murder.
yeah.
Only when the police arrive, they find out there really isn't a murder. Think that might sound like a publicity stunt, given what I've outlined?
Then we have to make sure He's really dead.
What's that mean? If he ain't dead, we kill him?
No! But if we can prove he's not dead, then we can call them back and cancel the order.
Cancel the order? We ordered a cop?
It's not like we ordered cop in a box.
Well, whatever you want to call it, just tell them not to come.
Well, I don't know anything about it. I just came here for rehearsal, and that's all I know.
Good alibi, Kayleen. That covers you completely. You had the method, the motive, opportunity, but other than that, you're in the clear.
How do you figure?
Well, we all know you and Dexter have done nothing but argue day in and day out. I've lost count of the times you've threatened to kill him.
Oh, we all love Dexter now, don't we? What have the others been telling you? Wait, don't tell me. They blabbed about how he and I were always arguing and fighting. I can just hear them. How he was always at my throat and I was always barking at him. And how many times, even when we weren't rehearsing, have I told them what I really thought of him? Especially that Glinda, always defending Dexter like she was his guardian angel or something. Why? I don't know. But that's nothing but talk. And that's all it is talk. Gossip, gossip, gossip. They told you all about me now, didn't they? Didn't? Oh. Can I start over?
This is what I'm trying to tell you. We have got to get our story. Francis.
What on earth?
She's lost consciousness.
Somebody do something.
You see
Get her
me?
some water.
Loosen her collar. Loosen her collar.
Oh, that's what I always do whenever I feel faint. Anybody know how to revive her?
Lois, didn't you go with someone who knew CPR?
It was a CPA.
Another one.
Somebody do something.
What do you mean by that?
Well, he means first Dexter and then Francis.
What?
All I know is I didn't have anything to do with anything.
Oh, great. You didn't believe Dexter's dead after we potted, poked, tickled, and yelled at him. But Francis takes a header and bam, you pronounce her no longer of this world. And by the way, not everything is about you.
Now what's that supposed to mean?
Just let it drop, will you, Kayleen? We have much bigger problems than your ego.
Like there is anything bigger than her ego.
Hold on, everybody. Just wait. Let's take this one step at a time.
Let me see if I can get a pulse.
Yes, you were so thorough last time.
And
This isn't happening. This isn't happening.
She's dead too? Oh, maybe there's something catching.
Oh, didn't I just say that? No, didn't I just say 5 minutes ago it might be something catching? Oh.
What, you think Francis got the idea from Dexter?
Does everyone here think I'm narcissistic?
Oh, for heaven's sake.
I don't.
Luther, that means she thinks only of herself.
Oh, then I do.
no, it means she thinks she's the most beautiful person in the world. No, Kayleen, we don't think that at all. What you are is grossly egotistical.
Oh, well then, I accept your apology.
Oh, can't we stop analyzing Kayleen for a minute here? Don't you people get it? First Dexter, and now Francis?
What are you getting at, dear?
See, this is what I've been trying to tell you. Why would you do that, Crow? That was me. Oh, and Davis faded. I tried to be the voice of reason. Oh, I declare. You know, they probably told you that I'm pushy and a bully. They didn't? Well, I'll tell you. I am pushy and a bully, and I like it that way. I even backed Dexter down on some things. I think that's why he liked me. I mean, he did call me this afternoon just to talk. I wondered about that later. Maybe he was trying to make amends for the way he treated my sister. Oh, they didn't tell you about that either? Well, he and Babs were just doing fine until he threw her over. Used her, if you ask me. Well, that's water under the bridge. But I am just trying to be the sane one, to bring... What? Oh, all right. I did pretend to faint. But I'm just trying to bring them to their senses. Can't you see that?
What do you mean pulling a stunt like that?
What a dirty
I'm
trick.
just trying to make a point.
Oh,
What, that you're an idiot?
yes.
Yeah, somebody else gets the blame for that.
Look, all I did was collapse and hold my breath.
I swear I couldn't get a pulse.
What? Do y'all think Gordon and I planned this ahead of time?
We did not plan anything. I had nothing to do with this. Well, doesn't anybody have anything to say?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, what happened? I did it again. Didn't I?
Don't worry about it, dear. Nobody noticed.
Good grief, Lois. You scared me out of my wits.
We need to get our story straight before the police get here.
Why?
Because we're all going to look guilty.
Oh!
Da-dum, 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 da-da-da-dum, da-dum, 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 dum, dum, da-dum, 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 da-dum.
Hey, oh, you're fast.
What?
You're fast.
Yeah, what?
What is it, 9.95?
What are you saying?
Here, for the $10 for what I owe you for the pizza. You can keep the change.
He must be saving up to buy another
Let
shirt.
me explain. I got called here because of a suspicious death here tonight.
What?
You're the police? Lieutenant James Todd.
Talk about that casting.
Okay. Now, that's the genuine scoop here, folks. Now, is this the corpse?
She's fainted. That's the dubbing. And that's the dead guy.
Hey, wait a minute.
What?
Let's see some identification if you don't mind.
Why?
Come
Okay.
on, come on.
I get this all the time. I come from a whole family of pretty little baby faces.
Come on, buddy.
Listen, and my grandpa had to show his ID just to get some beer. You still looking for an ID, huh?
Let's
Well,
see
I'm
some
a lot
identification.
older than you may believe. All right.
Well, it looks real.
Right. And we have several back there in the prop room that look just as real.
A suspicious nature, huh? Well, good for you. Can't be too careful. I'll tell you what, anybody have a phone?
I do.
Over there.
Well, just, you know the police station down on 5th in Detroit?
Yeah, I've heard about it. It's about 10 blocks over.
Well, call them. And I have them ID. The number is 5,
Whoa,
5, what?
We don't trust your badge and you'll give us a number?
Well, then call information here. And just check that out.
Yes. Can I have the number for the police station on 5th Street? Thank you. Hello? Yes, my name is Gordon Donnell. We called in a crime about 15 minutes ago. Yeah, at the Palace Theater. Anyways, this kid showed up claiming to be a police officer named...
James Todd.
Name of James Todd.
Just call me Officer Jimmy.
Sounds like a kiddie show. Hey, boys and girls, you know what time it is now? It's time to toddle on down to the scene of the crime with Officer Jimmy. Well, let's all step over the crime tape and see what happens.
What'd they say?
They described him as a baby face, usually wearing a baseball jacket and cap, and said he looks like a pizza delivery boy.
Well, that looks like him.
Sure does.
Well, thank you.
Ava's back. You blew town again.
Oh, I am so sorry.
Well, let me...
Who's that kiddo?
He's the police, believe it or not.
We've run a check on him. He's legit. You really need to stop doing the fainting bit, dear.
Yes, Ava, we've all seen it now. It's really old hat.
You think I'm doing this on purpose?
Okay. Yeah, let me just look around. Let me see this under this sheet. Oh, he's dead, all right. Oh, I beg your pardon. He's deceased. I didn't mean to sound so callous. I'm sure you all have good memories about him.
Well, I guess so.
I always will.
And what's this? A champagne bottle.
We found it open when we got here.
Maybe it's poisoned.
Remember, she's the one who said that.
And somewhere. And you are?
Francis Preston.
Yes, right. I'm now speaking to Frances Preston. Now, Frances, are you an actress?
Of course. We are all actors except for her. She is the assistant director.
And what play are you rehearsing?
It's called I Ain't Got No Body, right?
Yeah, Dexter wrote it. It's a murder mystery, of course.
Oh, well, just for kicks. How does it end? I mean, who turns out to be the killer?
Oh, we don't know.
You haven't read the script.
It's not finished yet.
And you are?
I'm Lois Birdwell.
Oh, Lois Birdwell. Well, how's that? I mean, the play wasn't finished.
No.
Dexter wrote the show and was going to give us the final scene tonight.
The final scene. It's not here.
Huh?
Not here.
Maybe you
Well,
picked it up.
let me get this straight. You don't know how the play ended?
It wasn't finished.
That's right, only Dexter knew.
Well, okay, that's, only Dexter knew how the play turns out. So, yeah. You know, this is.
Give me that.
What?
I want to make one thing clear. My name is Kayleen Cooper, and I don't know anything.
Well, thank you for the record. That's good. It's always nice to get that on the record.
Y'all tell them about the key.
Key? What key?
When I got here, I had to unlock the back door. It only locks with a key, both inside and out. All the other doors are locked and barred on the inside. The only other one who has a key is Dexter.
Also, the theater owner, now he has a key, but he is overseas.
And he has 4 cats.
Do you think they have a key?
No.
Well, I just have one question for you.
Me? Why me?
No, I just want your name.
Well, my name is Ava Donnell, and my husband is Gordon Donnell.
So, there are 2 keys to that back door, and they're both still here in the building?
If Dexter still has his, yes. I mean, none of us have had the heart to go through his and check.
And if he still does have the key,
That means the killer is still in the building. One of us.
Oh, come on, let's, don't faint, Ruth.
All right, that is the end of Act 1. There is 10 minutes of an intermission, and I will flick the lights before Act 2. So you have 10 minutes. your seats again. How are you enjoying it so far? I think they're doing a good job. Does anyone think they know who the murderer is yet? No? Okay, that's okay. All right, we are going to begin Act 2, so sit back, enjoy.
I'm sorry. Not trying to interrupt you. Just pretend that I ain't here.
Then you know what's going on here?
Yeah, I'm going to my truck to get something out of my truck.
No, I mean, do you know about the murder?
Oh, there's a murder plague they're having, and I can't worry about that. I got to get the ladies' restroom clean.
Oh, can you answer some questions?
Me?
Yeah, you. If you have a moment.
Oh, this is one of those shows where they get the audience involved. And they get the audience to answer questions.
Well, who are you?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm the janitor.
Oh, and what's your name?
Theodore Butler.
Oh,
Now, I've got to get to my truck to get the cleanser
no,
out.
don't
to
worry.
clean the-
Don't worry about that just now.
What's going on here? Who are you anyway?
James Todd. I'm a policeman.
Okay, you're back up here. What's the story here?
Oh, okay. Here, well, I tell you what. Well, we have the body of Dexter Allen over there, and judging by his face, I'd say he was poisoned. And also, we collected an open champagne bottle over there, and a glass from that champagne bottle over here. And which need to be tested.
Fingerprints too?
Can't take anything for granted on this one, Michael.
Do you have anything on the suspects?
Well, yeah, I do. At least one of them is lying.
Well, let me see. You've got the victim.
Yeah,
You've got the method.
yeah,
You got the murder weapon.
yeah.
Talk about one-stop shopping.
Well, that's what makes this bugs me now, because it seems too simple.
Well, we'll know more, Professor, when we do some questioning. Come on now, let's take a break.
That sounds good.
Well, he hasn't done anything. He hasn't drilled anyone. Hasn't fingerprinted anyone. La-di-da-di-da.
They fingerprinted all of us, don't you know?
They gave us that lotion to put on your fingers.
Well, it didn't work so well on me. Do you mind?
If you ask me, that guy, that Jimmy, is just trying to make us, put pressure on us and make one of us crack.
What do you mean, crack?
She means spill the beans. Tell all we know. Become stoolies. Sell out your pals. Give testimony. Blah, blah, blah.
Do you always have to pad your parts?
I was just trying to explain to Luther. Sometimes it takes a while.
Oh, thank you. Hey!
Well, I don't know about y'all, but I think the lotion is causing me to itch. I think I've got the hives.
Oh, don't start in with all your ailments, Lois.
I mean it, I really am. I'm itching, and oh, you see, he's itching too. But I just know I can pin this on me. I just know it.
They don't have a shred of evidence on you, Dana, unless there's something that you're not telling us.
I told you and the cops everything I know.
What is it with you two?
I didn't mean anything by that. I was just thinking you might have forgotten something.
Like what?
How would I know that?
Will you stop wriggling? What's the matter with you now?
Nothing.
Why are you?
I mean, there are probably some things we've all forgotten that we're not telling. It's simply human nature to. What are all you people scratching for? Welcome to the monkey house.
So, you really don't know any of these people?
No, I used to work here. I figured the less I know, the less chance I have to get into trouble, and that's the way I want it to be. I've been doing this for quite some time.
Well, don't worry, I won't tell anybody. You can tell me. Well, you know, sometimes and you just tell me about anything.
Well, sometimes, you do hear things.
Okay, all right, so,
Well, if you want me to tell you anything, I will
you
do it.
just come on back and tell me something, okay? Because I have to go with these people and talk to them.
Yeah, I do that.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Okay, listen up, boys and girls. I have found out one thing which you might be interested in. Dexter Allen's real name was Dexter Allen Jablonski.
No wonder he changed it.
None of you knew that then?
Even if we did, does that make us guilty?
Oh, so you did know his real name.
Well, one night we were out and he had one or two drinks and he mentioned it.
Oh, I understand. Okay, let's get this timeline straight here. We know Miss Pugh over there was the first to arrive, and Mr. Janitor, who just went out there, when did you come in?
I got here just after that lady over there, that Dana lady. And, well,
Well, can you
I mean,
remember
wait,
what you...
Wait. She was doing something with the chairs and talking to herself. Yes, she was talking to herself. She was saying things like, they think I'm their slave. Yeah, and she said they don't have no memory. Little things like that.
Not my exact words.
That's what she was saying.
Well, wait a minute, I just thought of something. Suppose the killer was already inside when we got here. He could just lock the door and then blend in with the crowd.
Good thinking. Oh, Mike, let's get this key thing settled once and for all. What were the contents of the deceased pockets?
They found his wallet.
Yeah?
That's how they were able to run his identity through NDB.
Yeah.
National Database.
Okay.
Hey, where'd you get that pizza?
I'm sorry you weren't there.
Well, Mr. Janitor, you said you got in after Miss Pugh, so you didn't use your key, right? And, Mike, see if that key,
That's right.
see if that key fits on that door.
Fine. It's a waste of time, but fine.
What good will that do?
Well, I was just checking his alibi. Now, about this play, you say that Dexter wrote it?
Yeah.
Yes, and not very well, if I offer my opinion.
Well, you know, it seems a lot of authors put themselves into a play. And do any of you know if this is, well, autobiographical?
What do you mean by that?
Well, we show up here tonight and find Mr. Allen dead. A bottle of poisoned champagne and the last scene of the play missing. We are meant to believe that the murderer took that last scene. There was something in it they didn't want to come out.
I don't know what you mean.
Let me start it this way. How were each of you cast in this particular show?
We went over it several times, and we cast it the best we could with the talent we had.
Well, somebody, and I picked this up over here, somebody has graciously written in all of your names alongside the roles you play.
Oh, that would be my script.
Yeah, and Clem Hunk, a hulking oaf with the IQ of a brick.
Yes, that's me, but I have lines this time.
Okay, and Pansy Parnell, a naive, clinging hypochondriac.
Well, I'm doing the best I can to make it appear that way.
And Bessie Mae Beulah, a Southern belle, unable to face reality, given to fainting spells.
Why does that sound so familiar?
And Harlan Beulah, Bessie's crabby husband, a complaining barnacle of a man.
That would be me. I'm playing the part.
And Kayleen,
Yes?
Maddie Lou Maelstrom, an egotistical, shallow lady who keeps herself aloof.
That would be me. I am really working on my role.
Your diligence in maintaining your countenance is mind-boggling.
And Percival Puce, a pompous lout, who hides behind big words and to mask his lack of character.
At your service.
And Myrtle Black,
My part.
a bullying know-it-all with the gentle touch of a truck driver.
I've been working out.
Working out, she can bench press a bus.
And Clothilda Balustrade, an aging dowager who's lost sight of both her past and her feet.
I have been chosen to portray that particular role.
See, nothing like the real people at all.
And, okay, what about the money he owed you, Mr. Donnell?
Okay, do blab.
You did.
Look, whatever the others might have told you, just take it with a grain of salt. Biggest bunch of gossips I've ever met. Sure, I loaned some money to Dexter. If I hadn't trusted him, I wouldn't have. But is that considered a motive for murder? If I killed him, I never would have gotten my money, right? if you want a motive, perhaps we should ask Timothy some questions. He just can't put that bottle down.
He borrowed cash from a lot of us. Yes, me too. So Gordon, you can stop whining.
Yes, keep this.
So what are you getting at?
Did I murder him over a measly $12,000?
Oh, I only gave
Sure,
him
you told
3,000.
me it was only 8.
Whatever. I didn't kill him.
But he never paid you back?
That's right.
Then shut up.
Sounds like a motive to me.
Don't start, Timothy.
Now, before you say anything, I want to be completely open and above board with you. Dexter had caught me once again having a drink, or 2, or 10. I say that in an effort to show that I'm cooperating completely with you. But you must understand who Dexter was. He was what they used to call a spellbinder. I'm just opining.
Todd here.
Opining, speak English.
Well, you two could have gotten into an argument, and then in a sudden rash move,
I suddenly and rashly found some poison, dropped it into a bottle of champagne, and then in an angry fit, offered it to Dexter, who drank it down.
wait a minute, we don't know that he was poisoned.
He was poisoned.
Surprise, surprise.
Right, okay, yeah, let me know when you can. One question, everybody. Does anyone here know of someone who threatened your director?
Why?
You threatened him?
Well, I wouldn't exactly call them threats.
She said she'd like to run over him with her car
Yes, but
15 times and then pick up his body and throw it in the truck.
but you don't.
And then you were going to take it down to the river and dump it in with all the other garbage? That's not a threat?
You're taking that out of context.
Yeah, and if only Dexter could hear y'all now, oh, he would die laughing. I don't need to say that.
What did they tell you?
Well, not too much. Only that they found 2 sets of fingerprints on the champagne bottle and the glasses. The deceased and yours, Mr. Donnell.
What?
He did it.
Shut up, you.
Can you account for that?
Now wait a minute. I didn't kill him.
Think fast, old man.
Sure, I picked up that bottle when I got here, you remember? You all saw me. I threw the champagne on Luther.
That's right, he did.
And you owe me $6 for a new shirt.
Officer.
Yeah.
I just thought of something.
Yeah?
You know how you said the play might be autobiographical?
Yeah?
Well, the murdered man, the one in the play, he was having a fling with one of the characters.
Oh, yes. He and I were madly in love. My secret is out.
Well, what about Lois? What about me? Hey, come on now. We all know that he threw over my sister for you. Admit it.
He said he was gonna take that part out of the script.
I knew it.
Okay, enough of this. Let's run this guy in.
Me?
You've got the motive and we found your fingerprints on the bottle.
I already explained that.
Hey, let's not jump the gun here, Michael.
I'd like to know who put that champagne bottle there in the first place. For all we know, the janitor did it.
I don't do nothing. I used to work here. That's all.
How come you're even here tonight? I've never seen you around during rehearsals before.
I'm only here because the director told me to be here. He said he didn't like the job I was doing, and I needed to come in and do the special cleaning, especially the ladies' restroom.
Wait. Dexter did tell me he was tired of finding trash backstage and in the restroom. He was going to call the janitor and ask him to come in and make sure he did his job. Job.
Gordon, you committed this heinous deed. And then, to cover your tracks, you grabbed that champagne bottle again so that your fingerprints had a reason to be on it. Meanwhile, your wife keeps
You've had it for me since day one.
Hey, your wife keeps
You're not
feigning to
supposed to do
hide
that.
it. Yes, officer. Yes, sir.
What? You said if I remembered anything, I was to let you know.
Well, go ahead.
Well, when the director was giving me instructions about the cleaning he wanted me to do, he seemed awfully nervous and scared. And he asked me, he said, "Have you seen anybody coming in here?" And I said, no, but I'll keep my eye open for it.
Well, who? Did he give you a name?
I'm trying to remember. I think it was something like Dawn or something like that.
Aha! The final piece! Yoo-hoo! Okay, folks. I had to make sure that the murderer worked alone, that he didn't have an accomplice. And now I can tell you who the killer is.
What? You can?
About time.
Wasn't me, was it?
Okay, this is a little complicated.
We need to sit down.
Yes, please do. The thing that tipped me off.
Hold it. You're not going to go through one of those long 4-page monologues detailing how you found a note which led you to a piece of lint with a spot of blood on it which came off the vest of the person eating popcorn next to the killer, are you?
I love those stories.
Would you just tell us who did it? For heaven's sakes, tell us the name of the killer.
Okay, the name of the killer is Dexter Allen.
What? A suicide?
I don't believe it.
He killed himself?
Well, hang on. When I said the killer was Dexter Allen, I mean the killer is Dexter Allen.
Don't try to make a run for it. This place is surrounded.
Well, to be specific, Dexter Allen Jablonski.
He's alive?
Oh, Ava, not now.
I don't suppose you want to tell me why and how you did it.
No, I'd rather you tell me how you figured it out. You know, I have a vested interest in it.
I would imagine so.
Well,
Wait a minute. If it's Dexter, then who is that?
That was his brother, Hector Jablonski.
Identical twin?
no. We're not identical twins. We look enough alike that it fooled every one of you into thinking that that was me.
See, the thing that bothered me most was how this whole thing was set up. I mean, the guy was murdered, placed on the table, covered up with a sheet, and the poisoned champagne bottle left out for any and all to find.
Yes, you said it'd be theatrical.
But more than that, why? Obviously because somebody wanted to get the murder discovered soon and the body disposed of soon. He wanted us to focus on the suspect, taking a spotlight off the corpse.
What happened?
Just listen and try to remain conscious. Is that too much to ask?
But tell me, why did you leave the door locked?
Well, I locked it after Hector got here. Hey, I forgot about it. You know, sometimes you do things like that. Apparently I'm me. What's the big deal about, and it's so trivial, a missing key?
Yeah, but she thought of that trivial thing, that missing key.
Well, when I interrogated you, you said you came in after Dana.
Hey,
After the janitor, excuse me.
That's what he told me.
well, Michael, don't be too hard on her. It was her that cracked the case for me.
Good for you.
Thank you, that really was clever of me, wasn't it?
So what about the key?
Well, when I found out that the body had no key, I remembered that you did. And when Mike there reminded me about your brother and his rather sinister past, hey, I had a hunch that there was one flaw, that was the one flaw in your crime. You had to keep things moving along. You had to keep everyone and everything focused on this group here and away from the body. That's why the disguise as a janitor.
Huh?
If Dexter could keep you all suspecting each other in your own inimitable ways, no one would look any further into the fingerprints.
I didn't want anybody getting into the fingerprints. Soon as you got into the fingerprints, you'd know it was Hector, not me. The thing is, he came here looking for a hideout. He expected me to provide him a place to hide. I owed him money. I couldn't turn him down. He would be after me the rest of my life. And then, when I saw him trying on my clothes and then wearing my clothes, I realized how closely he and I look like each other. No, we're not identical twins, but we look a lot alike. It was then that I got the idea. Champagne. Poison. Get him to drink it. If I could make that happen, that would solve my problem with him. So I did it. I got the champagne, I got the poison, I got him to take a drink. Boom, he died just like that. Just the way I planned it. Except then, you know, I guess I panicked. And I didn't know what to do, so I put him on this, put the white sheet over him, and you know the rest of it.
Okay, I've heard enough. You have a right to an attorney, and you should remain silent. I suggest you do so.
Wait just a minute, Mike. One more question, Mr. Jablonski.
Yeah, go ahead, ask.
You could have done this anytime, last week, this week, next week, but you chose tonight. Why tonight?
Well, I guess you'd call it writer's block. I had written the whole play, everything was right, except I couldn't get that final scene.
You certainly did write one though, didn't you? What a dirty trick.
Well, if you think that my act as a janitor was good, wait till you see my one on madness. Once more did the breach, dear friends. Now is the winter of our discontent.
Come on, Shakespeare, let's go.
My dear Lois, he used us all.
Almost got me sent up for murder.
What do you think will happen to him now?
Oh, he'll have a fair trial. And one thing about using poison as a murder weapon, it's hard to explain and cause of it being self-defense. Okay, and the rest of you, hey, can leave now. I mean, if that's okay with you.
Her?
What does she have to say about it after all?
After all, I am now the director.
I suppose that's right.
That's right.
No,
And
wait.
from now on, all of you will be here at night, every night, and be here on time.
Now, wait a minute.
You want
Hold on.
this job, don't you?
We'll be there.
Hold on, we don't have a play.
I'll just get with the board. We'll hash out something. If anything, we'll just do this one as an audience participation show.
And just how do we do that?
Well, we'll use the play as written, and we'll let the audience vote on who they think is the killer.
And then we have to do what?
We'll do the scenes as written. The audience will decide, and you're actors. Act! So
Read your character description again, Lois. It's all in there. Come on. There you go.
Hey, hold on a second. Very nicely done.
thank you. I really enjoyed that.
Oh, I could tell. Say, all that talk about pizza made me hungry. Hey, how about you and I getting a bite to eat? For you just to be, with a nice friendly cup.
I'd love to. Thank you. You did a pretty nice job yourself.
Well, I have to admit one thing. Dexter was very unlucky.
Oh, you're just being modest. You got all of that from my clue about the key?
Well, that, and I guess you could chalk up the rest of it to heredity.
Heredity? Was your father a cop?
No, not exactly what I meant. Take my uncle, for instance. The guy I was visiting, tonight, when I got a call to come here to see what was going on.
Yeah, what is he?
The funny thing is how he makes a living.
Why? What does he do?
Well, he works for this theater, the Palace Theater. He's the janitor.
Oh, that's just like an O. Henry twist.
I love those stories.
Get up yet. I need, oh, for me? She's always directing. There are a couple of people here that really should have some recognition, that were not on the stage, that did not, well, one of them was. And I want you to step up here.
Me?
You?
Don't faint, don't faint now.
Don't, oh Lord, if she faints, I don't know what I'll do. You know, that was hard. That's for you. Now, a couple of years ago, Virginia started working on having a play. She wanted to have a whole bunch of, huh? Well, would you let me do it? She started off with the play. She wanted to build it up into having a drama club for the whole village. She got the play, got a cast, directed, up to a point. Still directs a little bit. I know what you mean, Dan. And for that, she deserves a round of applause after. And then along came the one who picked up as a director with all of the other things that she does, leading the activities in our organization. Come up here, Kaylee. As if she didn't have enough on her plate, she took over directing and has done a fantastic job. of getting all of us up here ready for Broadway. Knock off the laughter. She not only did that, but she took care of getting the props, getting the sound, the lights, everything. And these two ladies, behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, have done a fantastic job, and they deserve, for those of you that are able, a standing ovation.
Thank you. I hope everyone has a great night. They're going to stay up here if you would like some pictures. Have a good night.